Hello, I'm Helena Halme, which some of you may know, some of you may not, and I publish books. I'm a writer, and my latest novel is called An Island Summer. It's actually book 4 on Love on the Island series, which is set in the Scandinavian islands of Åland Islands in between Finland and Sweden, and they're books about love, but they're really books about the island folk and what's happening on these small sort of very quirky islands, which are filled with tourists in the summer and snow and ice in the winter. I thought I'd read you a little bit about the story of the book. Now, there is a first chapter which I've already read previously, but this time I thought I'd read a little bit about the story between Alicia and Patrick. Now, the book really is about 3 women and their relationships, which are at the crossroads, and one of them is Alicia's relationship with the sort of elusive journalist Patrick, Swedish journalist Patrick. They met and had a passionate affair, or started their passionate affair, in the first book, which is called The Island Affair, and it is sort of it's an on and off relationship, really, I should say. Alicia moved to the islands where she spent all her childhood after she lost her son, and she moved back to the islands in her 40s from London, where she'd settled with her husband Liam, but now she's separated from her husband, and she has taken over her late stepfather's farm on the island, and she's finding it difficult. Even though she spent her childhood on the farm, she's still finding it rather challenging. So here's a scene between the two, Alicia and Patrick, and I thought you might enjoy it. So here it goes. Alicia is about to press her mother when her phone rings. She walks out of the house and crosses the yard into her own home. "Hello, you," Patrick says, his tone soft. Hearing his voice makes Alicia smile. Perhaps she's imagining that their relationship is changing. "I miss you," she says. She hears Patrick take a deep intake of breath. "Me too. When can you come over? Next weekend?" Alicia puts a strand of her hair behind her ear as she waits for Patrick's reply. She hates being the needy girlfriend, but with the difficulties over the farm and her mother's obtuse denial of any knowledge of how Uffe ran things, she feels very alone. "What's up?" Patrick asks, with a worried edge to his voice. "Oh, nothing." Patrick gives a little laugh. "You know, I can't help you if you don't tell me the problem," he says softly. So Alicia decides to tell him about the farm manager has asked her to do. That he has a contact, a Russian, who can organise cheap or cheaper labour for the farm to work on the potato harvest. If we don't lift the potatoes soon, they will rot in the ground and we will lose our contract with Crisp. The company producing potato chips on the islands is Uffe's largest, only client. The money they pay for the harvest sustains the farm. When Alicia agreed to take over the running of her stepdad's land a mere 3 months ago, she thought it wouldn't be too hard. She'd grown up on the farm and had often helped Uffe with the work when she was a girl. "But you don't want to be involved with the Russians?" "It's not that. I'm convinced there's more to it. Lars Solén, you know, the farm manager, was so evasive when I asked him where the Russians get the men from. We give them a place to sleep, but the Russians handle everything else. What if the Eastern Europeans don't get paid at all?" Patrick doesn't sound in the least interested. "Sorry if I'm boring you." "What? No, it's just that I've had a work email about a story." Alicia gets an irrational desire to cut the conversation short, but resists the temptation. It would only seem childish. Of course Patrick is busy in Stockholm. They both are, and the reasons why the relationship isn't exactly what Alicia would like it to be. "No problem." "Don't get upset, Alicia. Let me look into this for you. I might find something that you can then throw in the farm manager's face. Would you like me to do that? Sure. Try as she might, Alicia can't hide her irritation. You go reply to that email. I love you, Patrick says. I love you too, Alicia manages to reply, even though she really doesn't feel any kind of deep emotion toward Patrick at the moment. So they're separated physically. I forgot to tell you that in the beginning. Patrick is working as a journalist in Stockholm on the Swedish side, and Alicia is on the islands. So that's a little flavour of the new book. I hope you find that interesting, and you can buy it, both the paperback and the ebook, on Amazon stores worldwide. I shall try to put the link in the notes or somewhere. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye.